let's go ahead and get started. We're on our way to the gym. We're hitting chest, we're hitting triceps, and we're hitting hamstrings. Now, we're not going to be skipping hamstrings just because the hamstring really has nothing to do with my calf. And the calf is really where we have the tattoo. Now, where it becomes a problem is when we're kind of in the stretch position, when we're squatting and everything, we're really putting, the a little bit of the calf to work as well when we're placing our feet. So it's best to not be hitting a crazy leg day, literally maybe 48 hours after your tattoo. So we're not going to be hitting any quads or anything that's going to be making my calves move too much up until Thursday. And I think that will be good then. Now, for today, we're going to be just sticking to the regular. I'm thinking we're going to go for the 80s again because last time we fell a little short, and I'm really trying to get that 8th rep on the incline with the 80 pounds. Man, I think it's been 3 times that I've tried it, and I've fallen a little bit short, but I'm feeling really refreshed. My shoulder isn't aching at all. Everything's feeling good. So I think that's just a good sign that we're going to have a good lift today. Now, this morning, I was supposed to go on a walk, but I did tell you guys that I've been kind of stuck in a bit of a training for the next 3 days where it takes up the whole morning. And so I have to really wake up early. And once I wake up, I have to almost go straight into training because I also have to eat. And so today we ended up going on our walk a little bit midday, around maybe 2, just to kind of get that out of the way. Now, it was a little bit difficult, I won't even lie, because I kind of saran wrap my calf and all that whole section. So that way the A&D ointment that goes on my leg doesn't spread everywhere throughout my pants and everything. And it's just a lot cleaner that way. So it was a little bit uncomfortable to really walk. I think it was like 3 miles or something like that. So it was a little difficult. It was a little difficult, but at least we got through it. I think it took a little bit longer than it should have, just because we're kind of limping a little bit. It's a little bit hard to also walk because the saran wrap is so tight that it makes it hard for my leg to also bend a lot easier. So it was a little difficult, but we got through it at least. We're at around, let me see how many steps we're at. 7K. So after the session today, I'm thinking we'll maybe do the the treadmill, do some walking there for a little bit. Just kind of depends because we also have to stop by Kaiser after today's workout and we have to make it before they close. So it just kind of depends on what the schedule is looking like towards the end. If we make it on time, if we're running a little bit short on time, then I think we're gonna have to skip the cardio at the gym. And then once we pick up our medication from Kaiser, that's when we'll end up once we pick up the medication from Kaiser, we'll end up just going on our walk later on that day. A little bit of an afternoon walk, which should be fine. I think the weather's been pretty nice. It's been a little bit warm, honestly a little too warm for my liking. And so it's been super hot at the apartment, which hasn't been too great. I feel like I just can't really regulate my temperature. I feel like I'm always sweating, which kind of sucks. And it also kind of sucks because I have that tattoo and the saran wrap, so it's sweating in there. Not the most comfortable thing to be walking around with. But anyways, we're gonna get our steps in regardless. You guys already know, 11K steps. Now 10K steps is the minimum that I would suggest, but 11K to 12K steps I think is the sweet spot, and that's where we've been at. And our calories right now are looking around the 3,200 mark. Around there makes it a little bit hard sometimes to eat. I won't even lie to you guys, but we've been able to kind of get those calories in through higher calorie foods like Halo Tops are good when I get 490 calories. Also has protein. Get 490 out of the way, and then it makes it easier for the rest of the day to continue to eat. So sometimes you kind of have to do what you have to do, to kind of get some of those calories in. Thankfully, Halo Tops are for sure a lot better than eating regular ice cream, because regular ice cream is not gonna have protein like that. It's gonna have a tons of fat, and the calories are like times 4, times 5 sometimes. So if you're into ice cream, I suggest making an automatic switch over to these low calorie ice creams, and I think they'll make a difference. I think they will make a difference, and you'll be tasting some good food, because those ice creams taste hella good, specifically the Halo Tops. Now, For the folks that are a little bit lactose intolerant, I will say watch out for that because it's been getting me. I won't even lie, it's been playing with me. Sometimes it like messes with my stomach and then sometimes it doesn't. I feel like it picks and chooses when it wants to do that. So I kind of have some trouble with the halo tops here and there. So sometimes I have to kind of take a bit of a break with them. But anyways, let's go ahead and continue. Let's go ahead and bring it back to the actual workout because I start going on tangents. You guys already know. But we're going to be doing the incline chest for, I'm thinking 2, 3 sets. I'm thinking 2. Honestly, I'm thinking 2. We're going to do the 80s for hopefully 8. And then we're going to move down to the 75s or 70s. Just kind of depends. And we're going to hit those for hopefully another 7 to 8. It just kind of depends on how our chest is feeling. And then after that, we're going to be moving over to the cable stack. So we can do some pressing movements with those. So expect some pressing movements with the cable stacks. You guys already know the cable stacks are our favorites. So we're going to be doing that. I'm thinking for 2 sets. And then after that, I'm thinking we either do dips or... yeah, we either do dips or we do... I don't even know. Maybe the isolation machine that they have. Hopefully it's available. That one's... they only have one, so it's a little bit more on the popular side because it's a chest machine. So it's a little bit busy sometimes, and we aren't able to get it. But I think we can still get some good work in with some body weight dips. Now, I did end up ordering, talking about dips, I ended up ordering a new belt, but that one's more for dips and for pull-ups, so I can adjust the weight a lot easier because the one I was using was, I think it was meant for, what is it called? It was meant for something else. It just wasn't, the chain just wasn't long enough, so it just wasn't working out. They usually have it for the hip thrust machine, and so we ended up just kind of makeshifting something. And so it was a bit of a hassle. But Phoenix put us on with a pull-up belt that I have heard of, but I just never decided to do it up until he let me borrow his, and I was like, damn, it's actually it's a fucking game changer. It feels so much better. You're able to actually carry the weight around you. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make the investment and I'm gonna get a pull-up belt, and it's also / a dipping belt. So shout out to Phoenix for putting us on, because that's fire. It's honestly super nice. Ever since we started to incorporate the weighted pull-ups, I think it's gonna be so much better. So I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited for tomorrow's back day because we're gonna be using them. We're gonna be using that belt, and I'll show you guys how you put them on once we're doing those movements. So I'm pretty excited for tomorrow. I'm pretty excited. Now, back to the session. Let's reel it back a little bit. We're gonna be hitting, hopefully, a little bit more of some stretching movements, a little bit lighter. So we're gonna be doing some dips or that isolation machine. Just kind of depends on what's open, because sometimes also the dip machine or the attachment that you kind of pull on the cages, sometimes it's taken up. So we'll have to see what's available. Worst case scenario, I think we'll just end up doing some type of fly with dumbbells. Now, that's not my favorite. I won't even lie. I feel like you lose a little bit of tension at the top, and that's not ideal for me. I'd much rather do them with the cable stacks, but it just kind of depends on how busy it is. But worst case scenario, we do it with some dumbbells, and I think we'll be able to put in some work with those. After that, we're going to hit some triceps. Now, for triceps, we're going to continue to do that one where we're super close to the cable stack, and we're kind of pressing in front of us, but also keeping it super close, engaging the triceps throughout the whole thing. It felt pretty good last time. And I think this time around, after we're done with that one, we'll either do 2, maybe 3 sets. It just kind of depends. Most likely maybe 3 if they feel pretty good. And then we're going to do one of the crossbody, but I think we're going to kind of put it in front of us this way and just kind of pump them up that way, because last time they felt hella good that way. So I think that's what we're going to do. And that's, I think it's like a bit of our first time trying that variation out, and it felt pretty good. So I think we're going to include it today again and see how much damage we can do. Hopefully we can go up a little bit, but we'll have to see, just because these cable stacks are a little bit on the shorter side, and they like to get stuck with the little round weights that we like to put in between them, which kind of sucks. I think that just means I have to maybe invest in a long pin so I can so I can actually add weight a lot better. So I think that just might have to happen, to be completely honest with you guys. And then after that, I think one crossbody or two, it just kind of depends how we're feeling. We're going to end up moving over to some overhead. For overhead, we're also going to stick to 2 sets or 3 sets. It just depends. We might just end up doing 6 or 7 sets total. That's usually the sweet spot for us. And we should take most of them to failure, or we at least try to get to around 2-3 RIR. Because sometimes you can get a few more reps in, but sometimes, you know, your mental can make you stop. So I know we can get some more reps in sometimes, but man, the mental challenge can for sure get to you sometimes. And that's just kind of what the game is like. That's just kind of what it's like. So we're going to do triceps after that. We're going to finish triceps after that. And then we're going to go move over to the hamstring. Hopefully the laying hamstring curl is available once we're ready for it. And we'll hit that bad boy for 3 sets. And then we're going to most likely be doing some good mornings, I think, with Jasmine. So we're going to be doing some good mornings with Jasmine for 2 sets. We're probably going to go pretty heavy. So I'm thinking 2 plates, maybe a 25. We usually do it around 2 plates, but I for sure know I can go heavier. So I think 2 plates and a 25 should be pretty good on each side. And I think that's just how we're going to end it for 2 sets. A solid 5 sets total for hamstrings should be the sweet spot. Gives us enough stimulus, and it also lets us recover for the next time we hit it on Friday. I sometimes need to kind of think about it a little bit, because, man, there's just been so many things going on that my head's everywhere. I'm not even going to lie. And tomorrow I'm also presenting for my training, so I have to kind of prep for that a little bit later today. I'm going to be prepping with Jasmine, going to be presenting to her a little bit, so hopefully that goes well. I know it might look a little bit easy as I'm talking to you guys on camera and everything, but once I kind of get to it, and you know you're also presenting in front of live people, it can get a little nerve-wracking. I've been doing that for, I would say, at least a solid 5 years, a solid 5 to 6 years where I've been doing that. So till this day, I still get nervous. I won't even lie to you guys. So don't feel bad if you feel nervous ever whenever you're doing public speaking, because I've been doing it for so long and I still get nervous. Even though I won't say it's not as hard as before, I still get nervous. Anyways, we're going to end off hamstrings with 5 sets. That should be good. And then we're going to hit the pose down. Hopefully we have enough time for some cardio. If not, I think we'll be fine. Anyways, I'm going to switch over to the gym now. Hopefully that side of the gym is empty and we get to play around with what benches we get. But we'll have to see. Thankfully, we have Jasmine here, so she'll be able to also help spot us just in case we need something. Anyways, I'll see you guys over there. We made it in now. Unfortunately, once I came in, it seems like everyone was in the other dumbbell section, so we're not going to be able to hit dumbbells today, but I think we'll be fine. We're going to hit Smith machine. Let's hit this bad boy for hopefully 2 sets, and then we're going to move over to some pressing with the calves. But hopefully we can get a fucking yard to it. We'll have to fucking see. Let's check out these little things here. I'm going to warm up real quick. Let's see how this is feeling. Jasmine's going to warm up for one more. And then I think maybe she might do hers first. And then we'll do ours after. Hopefully this 45 feels good today. There we go. Nice. Okay. Let's try to go for the 10s after. This is pretty good. All right, I'm gonna let Jasmine come up in there. Nice. All the way down. Keep staying there. I just want to some time here. What you got? Oh yeah. Now, thankfully we got to see Jasmine go first, because I was able to tell whether the the bench was a little off center. Just because you guys already know, for the folks that use Smith machine, it takes hella fucking long to set this up. And even when you feel like you set it up, you have to kind of go back and move it a few inches, and then it just messes up the whole thing. So thankfully Jasmine went first and we adjusted it. Now it's perfect. We're gonna take the 45s and 10s for a spin. We're gonna put on the sleeves. Let's put on a good song and go fucking hard. Hopefully Buck can make in time for Kaiser. But worst case scenario, we show up, the fucking pharmacy's closed, and it is what it is. All right, let me put a good song real quick. That's good. Let's go. Okay, that was good. We tried to go for the 9th one. We couldn't get it, but we got 8. We almost got the last one. At least we're gonna solidify that 8. Next time I'll go for the 2.5s. Plus the 10s. All right, let's get out of here. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started now. Jasmine just went. We ended up dropping just by 5 pounds. So we took up 2.5 pounds on this side and 2.5 pounds on this side. So we're gonna be hitting this bad boy for 45 and a 75. Not 75, sorry, 7.5. I stand corrected. Now for this one, I think I'm gonna use the sleeves again. I'm really aiming here for a solid 10, maybe 11. We'll have to fucking see, but regardless of what we get, we're gonna go hard. Okay. Let's switch this on real quick. Thankfully, it's becoming a little bit faster now to set up the sleeves, because before it took me a little bit longer than I would like. Now it's boom, 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 and they're on. All right, nothing basic. Young bull. Okay, let's do this. I just try to get my feet now. One more, come on. All right. This bench is gonna end up killing me one day, man. It's super hard to re-rack, as you guys just saw, so we gotta be more careful when we're using this one. Anyways, shout out to the homie Lucy. Now that I'm thinking about it, the homie ended up hooking us up with this shirt that you guys see here. Fucking custom made brush. Super fucking sick. And I was like, what's a better pump cover for chest than to wear this bad boy? So I think it's about time we take this bad boy off. We move on to the next exercise. I'll see you guys for some other presses.
it's time for some pressing movements too. Or it's time for the next pressing movement, which is gonna be these here. Now, I'm gonna have Jasmine in front of me just to make sure I control my shoulder, because what likes to happen with my right shoulder is it likes to kind of go up a little bit. I think I kind of need to work on that a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is maybe stretch out my lat a lot more, my shoulder, maybe at home, so that way I can have better mobility, I think, for my right one, because I'm always working on this one because I had this shoulder issue for the longest time, and ever since I started incorporating more stretches for my lats, it's been getting way better. So I think we just need to do that for our right, even though we don't have any real like shoulder issues or anything on our right side. I think it's good to still have that mobility, just because I started noticing that it just lifts up too much. Anyways, for the folks that are new that have been watching the videos for a long time, you guys should know what this attachment is. I got this attachment a long time ago in my older gym, where I ended up picking, I think it's like an S something, S something. It's pretty nice, has a really nice handle. So we're gonna end up using this one instead of the one that they have here at the gym. Anyways, let's take 45 for a spin. Try to make sure we keep our shoulder down and just fucking go hard. Let's have Jasmine set us up a little bit. Can you pass me one?
Huh?
Can you pass me one? And then can you check out my shoulder to make sure that they're both even when I'm pushing?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, these feel nice. Okay. That was pretty good. Now, I feel like it's a little bit harder to see the shoulder if I have the pump cover off. So for the next one, I'm gonna take this bad boy off. That way you can get a better look at the shoulder and the chest to make sure that the right side is even. I just got this. Where's for right? Perfect. Okay. I think that's it. That was tough. That first 2 sets of Smith really did a number on us. I won't lie. Holy shit. That was good though. What I was really trying to focus on is my shoulder being down, because I feel like it always likes to go up. So I think now what I have to constantly do is just think about it as I'm doing it. So that way I remember to bring it down instead of just letting it loose and then kind of going up. All right, it's Justin's turn. Okay, now it's time for some dips. I did tell you guys it's either we do that isolation machine that we like, or we do dips. Now, what I like to use for these in particular is some wrist wraps because it just helps protect a little bit of my wrist and also stabilizes me throughout the whole movement. Sometimes when it comes to dips, a little bit towards the end of whatever set I'm doing, sometimes my wrist becomes a little bit more compromised than I would like, and I start to get some wrist pain at the end of the day. When I started to incorporate these in between those sets, kind of got rid of that, and I never had any wrist pain after that. So if it's not broken, why fix it? So we're gonna keep using these throughout these movements. Now, I'm hoping we fucking get these to solid 10. But we'll have to fucking see. Let's just try to get as many as we can. Wasn't too bad. We're gonna pause at that real quick. I'm gonna take a 10-second breather, and then we'll hit this rapid for hopefully 2. Oh man, my chest is fucking cleared. I won't even lie. I'm already ready to go home. I have some fucking hamburgers waiting for me with some fries, so I'm pretty fucking excited to get out of here. Oh, wasn't too bad. Okay. I need at least one more fucking minute, or else I'm just gonna get fucking 3 reps on this next one. So in the meantime, I gotta figure out what we're gonna do for hamstrings because it's kind of coming up. And Sarab was just telling me how I can't even fucking do that. And I was saying how he reminded me that I can't really use my calves for the hamstring curl. So kind of fucking out of luck. I think we might just do just fucking good mornings for maybe 4 or 5 sets. And let's fucking hope that it recovers on time for the next time we hit it on Friday. But we'll see. We'll have to see. Wish me luck here. That's gonna be a pause set. Save me off. After those 20-second breather, we'll hit this one for hopefully 2 more, 3 here. See how this second one goes with this pause set. That's it. Let's go grab a cable sack. Let's go do some triceps now. Let's go ahead and do triceps now. We're gonna start out with some push downs. We either do 3 sets or we do 2. It just kind of depends. I'm almost kind of leaning towards 2. 2 push downs, 2 crossbody like this, and then 2 overhead. Total of 6. That might be the game plan. Let's fucking go with that. Now, let me go grab the attachment that we like, and then we'll start up. We found it. Jasmine's not looking forward to this tricep movement, so in the comments, let her know how she needs to fucking go hard. I was like, in the comments, let her know that she needs to go fucking hard. No, stop it. It's game time. What? You know what? I don't like being hurt. All right, let's do this one. Now I'm thinking, let's start off with 110. See how that feels. If on the first rep it feels too light, then we go up. If it feels too heavy, we go slightly down. But let's try it out first before we get a little ahead of ourselves. Let's put this one up more. It's actually out the way. 110. Feel light. Actually feels pretty good. Feels perfect. What's up? This one. Yeah, a bit more. That was good. I think for the second one, I didn't want to do 94 pounds. That should be good. It's Jasmine's turn. It's time for the second one. And last one of these push downs. After that, we're gonna be doing these crossbodies here. I'm thinking 2 sets. And then I'm thinking we're just gonna fucking stick here and do some overhead. So get comfortable. Let's do 94 for this one. Hope it's nice to us, or it's nicer to us than the last fucking set, because it felt fucking hard. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Try this one. Something I don't like about this particular cable set that I'm noticing now is that this fucking part here moves a shit ton. And so sometimes when I'm kind of pushing, it kind of moves to the side. Not ideal. Not ideal. Sounds good. Let's do some crossbody work now. Okay. I told you guys we're gonna do a little bit of a different style for these crossbodies. And instead of doing them this way, we're just gonna stick this way and hit them that way. Just to try it out, switch things up a bit. No real particular reason. It's kind of nice to switch things around here and there. All right, now I'm gonna start with 28 pounds. This specific fucking cable sag makes the craziest jumps. It goes from 11 to 28, from 28 to 44, from 44 to 61, from 61 to 77, and you get the idea. So let's see how this 28 feels. We're gonna be starting up with our left. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I have no fucking idea how many we got. I think we got 7 or 8. Actually, 7 or 8 in all right. And I'll just make sure I count a little bit better on our second set. That wasn't too bad. One more just like that. Then we're gonna stick to the same weight. I'm gonna use you guys a bit as a mirror, but it also gives me a little bit of an angle change for you guys too. So I get to see myself through a little screen here, kind of check out my form. But we're gonna do this for one more. After that, we're gonna move this down and we're gonna do some overheads. Let's get this in now. Nice. Okay. We match the same reps for each hand. I could have gotten a little bit more on my right, but you guys already know. I don't want no imbalances. Let's do some overheads now. All right. Let's do this next one and last one too. We're almost fucking done. We're not going to be doing any laying curls because of our tattoo. So today's going to be a bit of a shorter one, which is actually kind of nice. A little bit unfortunate because you guys know I prefer laying curls than I do RDL. So it's a bit of a bummer. We're going to be doing the ones that we least like. All right, let's sit up. Let's do overheads for 2 sets. Put on the wrist wraps. Let's fucking go hard now. I don't even know what fucking way to do. Let's do 77 pounds. Or maybe 94. We'll have to fucking see. Let's try 77 first. Not 74. The crazy jumps in this thing kind of makes it a little bit hard for me to actually like guess how much the next little stack is going to be. So sometimes I say 74, it's actually 77, but it's kind of around there. Let's try it. Way better. Right. Okay. Stand for 94. I'll take that any day. I think on the next one, let's do 77. Slow it down a little bit more. That's gonna be it. Just, I want to say we'll make it a Kaiser on time, but who knows? Sometimes I'd be closing a little bit too early, and then we don't know until we get there. I think I gotta go back home because we don't really live close to a Kaiser. It's like 20, maybe 25 minutes away from us. So hopefully we don't get unlucky and it's still open by the time we get there. Rick Ross is gonna get us through this. Every time I think about Rick Ross, I think of his I guess you would call almost like a bark where he goes like, huh. It's just funny. Me and Jasmine always laugh at it. Let's toss it down. I'm gonna take a 10-second breather and then we'll hit it for hopefully 2 more. The cable was kind of pulling my hair towards the end. I almost thought she was gonna pull my hair away. All right. Let's do 2 more, hopefully, with the 77s. Time for some good mornings. I think those will do. Today's hamstring workout is going to be a little bit different. We're not going to be having any type of curly movements. And that's because our tattoo, we can't really put any real crazy pressure on it or else we're going to get hurt because it's right in the calf area. And the last thing I need is to ruin my tattoo. So I think we're just going to have to do stretching movements for today. We're going to be doing good mornings from thinking a solid 4 or 5 sets. I'm just going to show you guys the first one, but I'm going to show you guys the warm-ups. So that way you guys can see how I kind of warm up for something like this. Now our top set, I'm thinking it's gonna be 225s, not 225, sorry, it's not correct. 245s and then 25 on each side. I think that should be pretty good. Let's start off with one plate, then we'll add another, and then we'll start up. Okay, I'm gonna let Jasmine warm up, and then we'll add another plate.
All right, guys. Hey, ask the leg man. Bro.
Nice. That was 10. That was good. I think I'm gonna do 3 more. I won't be recording those. It's Jasmine's turn. I'll see you guys for the close down up next. I think we're gonna go to the other side of the gym. I ended up doing some lane curls because I feel like it wasn't hurting my calf as much. I almost feel like I should have started with that and then I should have done the good mornings because I feel like those good mornings kind of gave me a bit of a cramp on my left fucking hamstring. So we'll fucking see if this shit recovers on time the next time we hit it on Friday. So crossing my fucking fingers. We'll have to fucking see. Anyways, I gotta do a quick pump check because we gotta go hit Kaiser up. I think we have about 45 minutes and it's maybe like 30 minutes away from us. So it's quite a bit of time. But anyways, let's see what kind of damage we did. I can go home. Okay. Put this just a tiny bit more down. There it goes. Let's take a look at the side now. Our last spread is getting way fucking better. I've been so much fucking happier with it than before. Before it used to take us at least 3 to 4 times before we actually got it going, but I think the practice has been making it a lot easier. I'm fucking spitting. Time to take a break. It's so fucking hard to keep a pose sometimes because you have to hold your breath the whole fucking time. And halfway fucking through, I'm fucking out of it. Oh my God, let me catch my breath and they'll hit it a few more times. Man, we still got some fucking cardio to do after Kaiser, so our day's not fucking over. I feel like one of the biggest problems that I've been having when it comes to my front double bicep is for some reason, my right lat doesn't come out as much as my left. I don't know what it is. So I think I just need to work on it because it kind of looks weird. Look, let me see if I can show you guys. But if you notice this part, it kind of slims in. But when I try it this way, it doesn't have the same fucking thing. I think I just need to work on making it better because well, now it's a little uneven, even when we're doing the back pose. So that just means that we got to do a little bit more practice. All right. Let's take a look at the back now. That's it. That's all I have. I'm way too fucking tired. I'm sweating like crazy. Wish I gotta do a little bit of cardio later, so we'll see how that goes. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow for some back, for some shoulders. Remember, stay consistent. Don't skip your cardio.